Yo, what is up guys, DL Boy here. So Mario Barrios defeats, and I use that word lightly, Batyr Akhmedov to win the vacant WBA regular super lightweight title. Before we get into it, I do want to say this was a very good fight. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Both guys had their moments. Mario Barrios actually showed some really good heart, so don't see this video as a critique on him. I felt he showed some good stuff in this fight. He showed some serious mettle, so credit to him. But the decision, for me, was bogus. I felt Akhmedov won this fight, if I'm being honest. I mean, let's talk about the first 4 rounds. The first 2 rounds, in my opinion, were very close. When it was at range, that favoured Barrios. Barrios was popping the jab, landing some good jabs, and landing some nice long right hands. But when Akhmedov was on his chest up close, he was doing some good work himself, landing to the body, landing some good hooks to the head. Rounds 1 and 2 for me were close. It was kind of what you liked. So however you scored them, you know, it was what it was. Round 3, I felt Barrios started to box really well from range. You know, pinging that jab, again with that long right hand behind it. Done a good job of managing the distance in round 3. Round 4 was obviously a Barrios round. He actually dropped Akhmedov in round 3 with a lovely short left hook. He kind of timed Akhmedov coming in, and it was a flash knockdown, but a very good shot. So round 4, you give it to Barrios. But rounds 5 to 11 were all Akhmedov rounds. He was outworking Barrios in all of these rounds. He was landing the more damaging punches. He was forcing Barrios back, and he was in control. He was in control for rounds 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. He won all of those rounds due to pressure, due to the better shots landed, due to superior volume. You know, he was also the ring general. He bossed those rounds. Look at the damage. Look at the body language of Barrios in those rounds. He knew he was getting beaten up. He was getting beaten up. To his credit, round 12, you know, he really pulled it out of the bag. He was actually losing that round as well. He was getting beat up once again. You know, getting walked down, getting outworked. But he actually timed Akhmedov with a lovely straight right hand. He timed Akhmedov coming in. And this knockdown actually hurt Akhmedov. You could tell when he got back up, he was unsteady on his feet, and that was a great shot by Barrios. So Barrios won round 12, but regardless of the 2 knockdowns, for me, he didn't do enough to win this fight. You know, he didn't do enough. I felt he was very fortunate to get the decision in this fight. And again, I want to stress, nothing against Barrios. You know, it wasn't his fault that the cards were wide or anything like that. He done his thing. He showed some good heart, and, you know, he had a couple of good moments, like I said. So credit to Barrios. You know, this isn't a critique of him. I just felt he lost this fight. And as for the cards, I mean, you know, even if Barrios didn't score the second knockdown, on one of the cards, you know, the judge would have still had Barrios winning that fight. That is scandalous. I think one of the cards was 116, 111. Absolutely disgraceful. Disgraceful. I mean, you know, it's a great fight ruined by bad judging as far as I'm concerned. I felt Akhmedov won. I felt he did enough. And, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. But, you know, he's a foreign fighter, fighting in America. Against an American, these things happen. And not just in America, happens over in the UK too. You know, it's one of those things that happens in boxing, unfortunately. And I'm sure we all wish it could be fair down the middle, but that's never going to happen. And it's a shame when fights like this get ruined by bad decisions, because it was a really good fight. And Barrios, you know, showed some great heart. So fair play to him, you know, fair play to him. But he didn't win this fight, as far as I'm concerned. Peace.